Hello everybody and welcome back. So we are here for the week 3 challenge for the final days of summer collaboration. This is a collaboration project that I am doing with Natalie from LineDotArrow. So each of us have produced half of a kit. So mine is 32 pages, 16 colour and 16 sepia, and Natalie's is exactly the same. She has also done 32 pages. I will have the links down below to our shops if you want to check out the full kits, but alongside that, in the LineDotArrow Facebook group and in the Haystack Crafty Corner Facebook group and in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook groups, so that's 3 groups, we are running weekly challenges throughout September. So we've already done weeks 1 and 2. And here are the bits and pieces that I have made for those. So this was week 1's challenge to make a suitcase ephemera holder. So inside of here we have all sorts of different pockets and things to stick ephemera. So I've still yet to fill those up, but I'll do that at the end once I've kind of built up my journal and I know what's going where. But I've got 2 of them because I am hoping to make 2 journals. I'm still not sure whether I'm going to have enough time to make both of them in September. I'll certainly have one of them finished by the end of September, but the other one I might just have to finish off in October. But that was week 1's challenge, the suitcases, and all of these are freebies. So in the sepia and in the colour, they're all freebies. You can find them either in the LineDotArrow Facebook group or on my Kofi page. Again, links will all be down below. But that was week 1. Then week 2 was to create a mini kind of photo album travel booklet to go with your journal as well. So this time Natalie did the kind of base of the album, and then I did some ephemera pieces that could go with it. So I did end up making 2. This one I did on camera, this one I did afterwards. I used a tab binding and I used bits of fabric for my tabs. I did the same on my landscape one, but the idea was to just have some different pockets and things. So I've got a little scrappy there, but I've got lots of pages then where I can stick some photos. I've got some of the ephemera pieces. This is, whoops, not supposed to be in there, a flip out envelope. So I've got an envelope here. Again, I've got room for a photo. And then this sweet little girl on the back, which was one of my freebies. So again, freebies you can find in the LineDotArrow Facebook group or on our Kofi pages. Again, all links will be down below. As well as the freebies in the LineDotArrow Facebook group, we've also been doing freebies to go in the other 2 Facebook groups that are hosting our challenges as well. So there are extra freebies that are exclusive just to Haystack Crafty Corner and to Sweet Pea Papers. So make sure that you check out their Facebook groups as well. So as I said, that was week 1 and 2. This is the final week of challenge. In the last week of September, it's just a kind of finishing off week. So you didn't necessarily have to do week 1's challenge in week 1. We know lots of people have still been having holidays and going away or just too busy with work. That's definitely been my reason why I've been a little bit behind with my journal making, because I have started a new job and it's been a lot trying to get my head around new schemes of work, new ways of working, that kind of a thing. So week 3, you can get, as I said, in the LineDotArrow Facebook group or on my Kofi page, this envelope. So this is one of those CD style envelopes, so you can cut out the circle so you can see through, and then obviously put a film or something behind it, or some acetate or something, or you can just cut the hole out and have the hole as it is. It doesn't have to necessarily be covered, but that's the freebie. And then you also get that in sepia. And you also get some background pages. So I've got it in colour and you've got the same page in sepia. So they are all the freebies that you can find in the LineDotArrow Facebook group or on my Kofi page. And these are the ones that link with the challenge this week. So it's to make some kind of envelope page flip. So whether you have this flipping off the page or up the page or as an accordion fold in your journal, however you wish, but the idea is that you're using an envelope on your journal page, which I will do in my journal in just a moment. But as I just said, there are more freebies, because if you head on over to Haystack Crafty Corner and Sweet Pea Papers, you can get exclusive freebies from them. So these are the pages that I created for Haystack Crafty Corner. So we've got a few different labels. I'm really sorry about the lighting. I am recording in the evening. But we've got some different coloured labels. I've then shrunk some of the labels down so they're a little bit smaller. We've got a little faux postcard, a tag and an envelope with a floral pattern on. And as with everything else, it also comes in sepia. I know lots of people have been really enjoying this. Terry from Sweet Pea Papers has been making a flip out folio, and it's got all sorts of flips and tucks and all things going on, and she's been using the sepia and it looks absolutely amazing. So I will have all the design team members down below. Make sure you go and check them out. But as I said, Terry's really been having fun with the sepia collection. And speaking of Terry, in her Facebook group, Sweet Pea Papers, these are the freebies that you can find there. So again, we've got a huge tag, we've got a couple of smaller ones, and then some kind of mid-size ones, all with different elements that you'll find in the kit. So they all go really nicely. And again, that's available in sepia. So you get all of those in the Facebook groups. And there is lots and lots to play with. But as I say, the thing that we're going to focus on today for this week's challenge are the envelopes. Now, you don't have to use the freebies. If you have bought the kits, there are plenty of envelopes to use in the kits as well. I have cut a couple of them out. So this is one from my kit. There is also this one from my kit. So it has the birds on the back, and then it's kind of got this curved edge here, and that's one of the envelopes. So there are lots of envelopes in the kit already. I know there are also envelopes in Nathalie's half of the kit because I use them in my mini album as well. So lots of envelopes that you can use. Again, if you're not purchasing the kits, you can obviously just use normal envelopes. Any envelope will work to be able to make a flip out. So before I show you the challenge and how I'm kind of doing it, I want to take you on a little tour of the, I guess it's a journal. It might not be classed as a journal, I don't know. But what I am making anyway for my project using the Final Days of Summer kits. So I saw Ava from Bohemian Crafting, and she was using different file folders and folding them up, and I think she actually made a bag in the end for her project that she was working on. But inside the bag was this kind of layout with all the different kind of cascading tabs, and I really liked that, so I did want to kind of use that idea. I've got a wonderful friend in America who sent me all sorts of different sized file folders, because while we get them in the UK, we don't have this gorgeous manila. It's a funny colour, the kind of manila folders that we have. It's not quite the same creaminess as this one. I also don't think they're as good a quality here in the UK either. These are really nice and thick, and I don't think you get the variety of tabs on ours here in the UK either. I work in a school, so I've done a number of stationery orders, and I'm always looking for their file folders to look anything like this, and they just don't. So if anybody living in the UK knows where you can get decent file folders like these, please let me know where you get them from. So this is the pack of file folders that my friend sent to me. So yeah, they are just basic file folders. They are letter size, obviously standard American letter size. We would have A4 here in the UK. But yeah, like I said, the quality of these, the thickness of them, I just don't think we have here in the UK. And I know it sounds really silly, but I just really prefer using these. So yeah, my friend, bless her, we send happy mails regularly to each other, and yeah, she sent me some of these. So I was really chuffed with those. And another thing that she had sent me, it probably sounds super sad, But you can see she sent me an absolute stack of them. I've got all of these different envelopes. Thank you very much, Pam. But here in the UK, we tend to get single windowed envelopes. So they just look plain like this. So this is one from the UK. So it's just a single window. Even if it's a shorter one, it's just a single window and it tends to be about that size. And that's all we get here. And then I saw people using all sorts of different envelopes with different windows. So this one's got a lovely little slim window. There are some that have double windows. I was very excited about a double window. This is huge. Look at the size of that window. Again, I know it's probably, you know, there's probably some American people rolling their eyes at me thinking I'm being really sad, getting excited over windowed envelopes. But this was exciting for me. So again, thank you, Pam, for sending those to me as well. Right, so when I started creating this file folder journal, I knew I wanted to use envelopes as well. Because this has a travel theme, it's a summer travel theme, I was kind of imagining that this would end up looking like a stack of travel paperwork. So you'll have your file folders with all your documents in, and I also thought that you'd have envelopes with all of your different, again, ephemera and documents in. So that's was kind of my vision when I was making this and putting this together. So the actual file folders I have made in the same way that Ava did in her video from Bohemian Crafting. So I'll put the link down below for that if you want to go and check that out to see how to put this together. I did slightly change the measurements because I think she made hers, I think, only 7 inches tall. But I wanted mine to be 8 inches, so I have made it slightly taller. But other than that, I've generally followed her instruction to be able to get that kind of cascading look of all the different levels of tabs. So I'll take you on a little tour. I have already started decorating. So this is my front cover as it stands. Now I'm thinking that I want to use this on the front cover as well, because I didn't decorate the back, and I didn't do that on purpose because I was thinking, I mean, I know I'm going to end up covering up something really beautiful, I know, but I was thinking of maybe having that stuck on there as well. So you've kind of got the album and then you've got the journal, because like I said, I wanted this to look not necessarily like a journal traditionally does, but like a stack of paperwork for travel. But I'm undecided. That's kind of where I was thinking, but I do love this butterfly. This is from Nathalie's half of the kit. So that's your front cover anyway. You open up. I've got this little flap here, which doesn't really do anything. But I have got a window here that I created, and I've put a ticket and a bit of string in there. And then on the other side, there's another ticket. So sorry, it's a bit glary because, as I say, it's the evening that I'm recording. But that's in there. I've then stuck down one of the envelopes, and I have covered it with some of the papers from the kit. So I've got a pocket down here, and all I did to create that is similar to what I've done with this one. So I've just measured loosely how tall I want it, and then fold up the bottom. That then creates the pocket. And then again, I've just sort of decorated and cut around the window. So it still opens at the side, so I can still put things inside. I also have a nice tall pocket at the top. Then as you flip over, this part is blank because I'm going to have a small signature in here. So I'm going to put some papers in there for some journaling. Then as you open up again, we've got 2 file folders stuck together here to make a nice big side pocket. And then I kind of got to this page, and that's where I stopped because this is more relevant to the challenge. So if you remember, the challenge was to make some kind of envelope flip. So I am mixing it up. I am obviously using the envelopes that have been sent to me because, as I said, very excited about the different size windows. But I do want to use envelopes from the kit as well. I really love this one with the birds on. So I want to use this, but I'm going to make it as a bit of a accordion fold as well as an off the page flip. Okay, so this one does actually flip out. I have already glued this one down, and I have stuck a piece of paper inside on obviously the back of here, just so that there is a map shown through and you're not seeing the inside of the envelope, which I think is just like squiggles and dots. But I was kind of thinking that I might have this one somehow hinged onto here, And then this can either fold out this way so that you've then got the pocket there, and then it folds this way so you can then open up the pocket here and you can still see what's kind of going on in that envelope. So that's where I've kind of got to with this one. As I said, there are many ways that you can do this challenge. You could have your envelope flipping from above or below, or it could just be hinged on the inside, but it's just trying to use your envelopes creatively, basically. So I am going to use, like I said, a normal envelope and this one, and I'm just trying to decide which way round I want it. So do I want the opening on top? I think I like the birds on top, so I think I will have the birds there and have that hinged. So I'm going to finish decorating this one. I did have this which I really liked, but I thought for this particular section this envelope is a little bit wide. It's okay on one of these sections that's a little bit wider, but for this one it is a little bit too big. So this one's a nice slim envelope, so this one fits perfectly, and it's actually a perfect size for this as well, because they're almost identical in size. Right, so let's decorate this one. So I have a load of papers printed off. These are all single-sided, so I have printed some double-sided that I want to use obviously for my signatures. These ones I just printed single-sided. And the kind of method that I've used, or the order that I've done them, is that if it's an envelope, I've done that in sepia, and then the pages I've actually done in colour. So underneath this part I'm going to do colour, but then I'm going to do sepia here, and then that will contrast nicely with this, because obviously this will then be in colour as well because it's a printed one. So I just need to pick which sepia page I want for the envelope and which colour page I want for here. So let's have a look. This is a beautiful page, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'm going to use this one then for the envelope. I do like that one. And then I want a colour page. So let's have a look at the colour page. Well, that's the same page but in colour. So I don't want that one. That's got really pretty colours. So I'm thinking, because that's quite busy, this is quite busy, and that's busy. Do I just want that? I think I'm going to go with this one actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that one. So this is for the envelope and this is for the background. So I'm going to do the background first. Now you may have noticed when I did that one, I have left some of the folder. I don't mind that. So I've left the tabs, the manila flavour as well, because like I said, manila flavour, manila colour. I'm thinking of vanilla, aren't I? I'm thinking of ice cream. I'm thinking of food. But yeah, so I've kept those, the manila colour, because obviously, like I said, I want it to look like a stack of file folders. So I don't mind that you can see it. So I'm just going to bring my paper just under where I've created that sort of thumb notch. So I'm just going to go up to the fold. I don't want to go over it because I don't want the paper all creasing. And I'm just going to fold that over. Although, do I want it going in the envelope a little bit? I think no, I think I'm going to use the sepia to kind of create that hinge. So about there, that's about where I want it. Now I also need to check the height, because this is obviously a little bit longer. So again, just going to the bottom of that file folder and folding it up and tucking that under. Okay, so I am going to ink around the edges. My craft room is such a mess. This desk is so messy. But I know that we're all like that when we're crafting. Yeah, as I said at the beginning, go and check out the design team members and what they are up to. They will all be listed down below with their links, so you can kind of find them on their different social media platforms. Many of them do use YouTube, so we'll have YouTube videos, but some of them do only have Facebook or Instagram. But yeah, go and check them out because they are doing fabulous things with these kits. And lots of creative things with the sepia pages as well. I've not really used sepia before, but I am really enjoying it. Okay, so that's going to go there. And then, oh, actually, I'm going to pull that up. Because I just realised that I wanted to do this bit first, because I need to cover in there just to kind of give this a bit more support. So I'm just going to use a small portion of this. So I'm literally going to cut off maybe an inch off that side. Let's put the lid back on. Okay, so just an inch, that's all I need for the minute. Because I want this to just go inside, and that's just going to hide that kind of pattern that's on the inside. Just make sure that it does actually fit before I start adding glue. Yep. Okay, so that goes in there like that. And now I can put this back down. Okay, so that's much better. So it just kind of hides, like I said, that bit in there. But we can still open it up, which is good, and we can still see that behind there. So now we're going to cover this side. So again, using the same piece. And again, very loosely measuring. Although, do I want to wrap it around? Would that be easier? I've also got to try and work out cutting out that window, haven't I? so maybe I might collage the front. So yeah, so I'm just going to fold that where it was and trim that. Right, and then where do I need it from the bottom? Oops. Okay, so about there. Oops. So again, I'm going to add some ink. And then that bit's going to go on there. Yeah, because originally I was thinking about wrapping the paper kind of around the envelope, but then it gets too fiddly trying to work out where the window is. I'm sure there's a super clever hack, but I'm thinking I might just collage the front with the window. Because like I said, I don't mind if you see a little bit of envelope. You're going to see a little bit of envelope here now, because you're going to see that border here. You'll see a little bit of the stripes here, but like I said, I don't mind. I wanted this to look like a stack of travel documents. So we've got that, and then my envelope flips over. Then like I said, I'm going to collage this. So I mean, I have got these bits that obviously I've been cutting off. I've also got this, which is quite nice, so maybe okay, so where that is, that's where I need to make my cut. It's hard because I do like the hot air balloon, but we're still getting most of the flower, I guess, so that's fine. So that's going to go along there. So I can snip that bottom piece off. Yeah, I'm going to add some ink around it. Okay, so there. Yeah, as I said, I've never used sepia before, I don't think. I know Nathalie's done another kit where she's used sepia, but I have a feeling that either I wasn't on her design team at that point, or I couldn't do it. Maybe it was when I was moving, but I don't remember using sepia before. But I am loving the kind of vintage tones of it, so it's really, really nice. Right, so that's my kind of collaged front. Obviously you can kind of reach in and you can see the window there for whatever goes in that particular pocket. I also want to do my flip out, don't I, with the envelope that's from the kit. So I'm going to use this one, and as I said, I'm going to have it hanging off of there, and then I'm going to create a hinge. And I was thinking of creating a hinge using the same fabrics that I created the tabs for on the mini album. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So I can do 3 hinges. So I'm just going to line these up next to one another, about there, and then just check. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to add some glue here. Just going to dab it a little bit and stick that down. And grab another one. We'll do that roughly in the middle. Again, rub it in a little bit just so it doesn't seep too much. And then pop that down. And one more at the bottom. Again, just rub it slightly and pop that down. Okay, then going to move those gluey fingers, slide that over and gently just lift it that way, and repeat on the back. So one down here, on the top corner, 3 down here. And the final one. Okay, and then that is my flip out pocket. So this is going to be folded this way, so it's going to lay like that in the journal. Then obviously you open it this way. Oops, get rid of that. You can then obviously open up this envelope and access whatever's in there, and then you can flip and fold this way, or you can just completely open it out. It's up to you. And then we can get in there and access what's in there. And then obviously you've got this top pocket up here as well, which I will just ink up a little bit so that we can see that clearly. So you've got that top pocket up there as well. So that is my week 3 challenge, so my flip out envelope pocket. So we've got this lovely birdie one, and I've used Nathalie's Netherlands seal there because I really love that. Again, I'm using the tab binding so that it links nicely with my mini album. That flips out. I've got my collage envelope as well, and then that's going to have some different goodies in too. Right, so before we go, I just want to show you the rest of this journal, if that's what we're calling it. So as you've already seen then, obviously we've got the front cover, we've got this little piece here that has the window with the tickets in. I've got a pocket here, and a pocket up the top. Lots of storage space. In here I'm going to have a signature, so that's going to go in there. I've got a nice big pocket there for lots of different bits of ephemera. I've just made my week 3 challenge, which is this envelope flip out. I've got a nice big pocket up the top as well. On this page, I think I was also going to have a signature because this is a wider section. So I was going to have a signature, but I've also got a flip up here. I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing with that, whether I'm going to put in another window or make some kind of pocket or something, belly band out of that. I will have a little think. Then as you open it up again, I've got another one of those large pockets to the side. I've got another small sort of flip over. Again, not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that. It might be that I stick it down here and it's a belly band. I might do another little window thing. I've got another tall pocket at the top. And then when you flip it over, I was thinking of having one final mini signature at the end. Again, I've got another little flip up, and then we come to the back. Now I do have these envelopes ready. I was thinking, whoops, of using these two. So this one I've already sort of cut down. So I was thinking of having this one here at the back as a pocket. And then this one, I believe I had underneath here. So I'm thinking of using those envelopes in there as well. I will be back to do another video so you can see me continue working on this, and obviously putting some signatures in. They're not going to be huge signatures. They are going to be only very small ones. Mostly because you've got lots of opportunity for writing space when you've got all your tickets and tags and journaling cards and things that will be tucked in all of these pockets. So yeah, I quite like this idea. It was something different. I liked the idea of using file folders. I liked the idea of using envelopes. So yeah, I'm quite pleased about how this is coming together. So if you decide to have a go at making an envelope flip out for your journal and you're using either the freebies or the paid kits, it doesn't matter, then make sure that you are posting your creations in all 3 Facebook groups. So in the LineDotArrow Facebook group, Haystack Crafty Corner and Sweet Pea Papers. Also make sure that you are using the hashtag Final Days of Summer. That way, at the end of the month, you will be entered into a prize draw, and there'll be drawings in each of the Facebook groups. So the more Facebook groups that you post into, the more chances you have of winning. And again, just a reminder, if you want to get your hands on these freebies, you need to go to Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group and join that group, and then you'll be able to get these freebies. There have been freebies for week 1 and 2 as well, so lots to be had in that group. Same for Haystack Crafty Corner. If you want to get your hands on these freebies, they're exclusive only in that Facebook group. So you need to head on over there to grab these ones. And then, as I said, for my freebies of the envelopes and the flowers backing page, you just need to head over to the LineDotArrow Facebook group or my Kofi page, and you'll find all of the freebies there from all of the weeks so far in the challenge. And yeah, you can get creating. As I said at the beginning, you do have until the end of September, so don't panic if you're thinking I'm not going to be able to get week 3 challenge finished within week 3. That's absolutely fine. You have the whole of September, and then I think it's the very last day of September, or even the beginning of October, when we'll do the winner's drawing. Well, that's all from me today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.